Welcome to Get Offset. My name is Emily, and I'm here with the Hologram Effects Microcosm. I have probably never been more intimidated by a pedal I've been asked to demo, and I demoed the blooper, so. It's intimidating. Like, there's a lot of effects in here, and it's kind of an ambient dream machine. A lot of things. I'll tell you what I won't really go into just because it's really, really hard to demo loopers with your fingers. I'm not going to do that in this video. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to try my best to go over the different sounds in this pedal, kind of how to use it, things like that. So let's start with the controls, I guess. So you see over here, there are different effects. And you can scroll through the effects with a scrolly dude. And for every single type of effects, there's 4 different voices. And you can see them light up. Like you can see that's the darker orange. And you see it moves. And then it moves through the effects. So, yeah. We are starting. This is the on and off in the middle there. Turn you back on. And we have different controls. So some of the controls are basically the same for each effect type, and some vary by effect type. So we have activity, and according to the manual, controls the density of the effects. Turn clockwise to add complexity and variety. Activity function varies preset to preset. Repeats. Determines the effect duration or frequency, works in tandem with activity, varies preset to preset. This is a RTFM, read the fine manual, kind of pedal, as a lot of holograms effects from hologram effects are. So there's a lot in there that's going to change per preset. And then we have the things that are kind of mostly the same. The shape applies a contour to the volume or filter characteristics of the effect. And there's also a secondary mode, which is setting the modulation rate. So shape, you can see probably some of the little shapes there. Yes. And then I believe you hold this button, I think, to change the secondary. So, oh, I don't know why I said that. I thought I read that before. This is really a pain in the butt because it's so, like, bouncy. I really need to figure out a better situation for this. Anyway, damn, that's so annoying. Okay. Filter cuts the high frequencies with the low pass filter. Mix sets the balance between input signal and effect. Space mixes in reverberation and delay. And then loop level sets the playback of the phrase looper. The secondary of the filter is the resonance. So you can think of that kind of like as feedback for filter, I think. The mix secondary is the master volume. Space's secondary is to select one of 4 reverb modes. And then loop levels secondary is to set the loop fade time, and that involves the global configuration settings that I will not get into in this. Why don't we look at some of these effects? I keep reading things and then, all right. Tapping the time button will toggle the function of the time knob between subdivisions or global tempo. Cool. When held, this button functions as a shift, allowing access to a knob's secondary control. I was right. I did read that 5 seconds ago. Or actually, I first read this manual like 3 weeks ago and thought, oh my god, maybe not today. Let's get into the effects. I'm going to start with Mosaic. Those are overlapping loops playing back at multiple speeds. The pedal is already on. I have my American Professional 2 Series Jazzmaster and 2 my Strymon Iridium, and stereo is on if any of these have a good stereo spread, so. So nothing is happening even though my mix is up. Let's crank the activity some. Repeats is already up in the middle. What I found is you have to crank the filter. Oh, there it is. Straighten this out. The light just changed in my house. Just the resonance and see how that sounds. So you can see it's just very moody kind of ambience sort of situation. that stopped it, huh? I've only gotten through one of these settings and I'm already 10 minutes in, so let's just try this one. Ooh. So each one has a description. The first one was micro loops play back normal and double speed for octave up harmonies. This one loops back normal at half speed, normal and half speed for an effect 1 octave below your input. This one, all loops play back at double speed. So at this point, I'm not going to talk as much about the controls or like messing around with other things, the knobs and stuff. I just want to kind of get through the different sounds at this point. I think I've given a decent little... My glasses are filthy. I'm a wreck today. Yeah, let's just go through the sounds. So the next one is loops playback at normal, half, double, and quad speed. Sounds range from 1 octave below your input to 2 octaves higher. Turn up the mix some. It's really cool. Alright, what's next? Next, we will do the sequencer, which is weird because, like, the way the order is, it's kind of opposite of how you would expect to turn this. Like, you would expect, I'll go all the way through and I'll go down, but actually it immediately sends you over. And I want to stay in the micro looper, so... this one is interlocking levels, layers of rhythmic samples and bit crushing. Activity adds layers of rhythmic elements. Next is overlapping layers of samples with filter sweeps. Activity adds layers of samples. Next, sequence samples alternate between normal and half playback speed. And this one is live samples are filtered out and shuffled into random rhythms. Now we're into glide, short overlapping loops. Shift pitch over time. Activity controls the rate of pitch shifting. Shift determines the shape of the glide pattern. What the hell? Now we're going to go to Granules. The first is a haze. Clusters of grains create a wash of sound. Activity controls grain density and spread. That actually felt like a really nice amount of time for that to ring out. Next we have Tunnel, which is cyclical microloops generate hypnotic drones with unique modifiers. And I know I kind of talked through each of the 4 in the first one I did. I just need to get through the rest of these in the next 10 minutes before my video camera stops recording. Those were all drones, if you couldn't really tell. They were really cool. I like those a lot. This is, let me make sure that's right. Strum, rhythmic chains of recent notes, onsets. Recent note onsets create pointillistic textures. Those are certainly words. Activity controls the density of the pattern. That might be my favorite so far. That was the cascading chains of recent note onsets and double speed grains. So next we're going to go to blocks. So that's all. There we go. Cool. So blocks, incoming audio triggers predictable glitches or random bursts of notes. So this one's called Interrupt. Glitches interrupt dry signal with pitch shifted bursts, micro montages, and other modifiers. Activity controls variation and sample manipulation repeats determines how often glitches are triggered. And then ARP sequences samples of recent note onsets into arpeggios. All right. Now we're to the end. Pattern delay taps are arranged into 4 different rhythmic patterns. That didn't work the way I expected it to. And finally, warp. Delay taps are manipulated using filters and pitch shifting to create spacious textural effects. I have 1 minute and 30 seconds. Well, there you have it. That was a 30-minute look at mostly the sounds and some of the controls behind the hologram effects. Microcosm, if you do like ambient stuff or you want your sound to sound kind of bigger than it is, like if it's just you and if you're the only guitar on stage and you want to do like melodic stuff without having like something feeded like already in a looper that's like chords, or like this is a really nice way to just kind of add some depth to that. It very much is like how the Edge will play like 2 notes, and that's all the Edge will do. He just has so many effects like filling out and bulking up the sound. But I think it's a winner. I really think it's a winner for so many different kinds. Like they're all kind of like The Mood by Chase Bliss. Like it reminds me of that. Anytime you see Glitch or Granule or anything like that, that kind of reminds me of The Mood by Chase Bliss, but the ability, like, I find this easier to understand, like, a lot easier to understand in a lot of ways. And the looper is a lot more, what's the word, like, diverse. You can change where the effects happen in the looper, or if not at all. There's really just so much in this pedal that I could not possibly have demoed in one 30-minute video. And I'm already I've already surpassed that 30 minutes. My camera stopped recording, and I just kind of flipped my iPhone so I could do this. But yeah, it's a really great pedal. I know that they're hard to find right now. Hopefully there'll be more available soon and constantly, and you can get your ambient, like, noise on as much as your heart at once. I don't know how else to say that. If you do want to buy this pedal, please consider buying from our reverb.com affiliate link in the video description. That really helps us out. We get 1% cash back, and it costs you $0 extra. You can also sign up for DistroKid using our affiliate link. To support us, you'll save 7% on your first year of DistroKid. We have a Patreon at patreon.com/getoffset. And thank you to Hologram Effects for sending me this pedal to demo. Sorry it took so long. There's just so much to it, and I wanted to make sure I got some playing time in with it beforehand. Still didn't fully mess with the secondary features. Apologize for bulking on that. I should have just stuck with my guns. I knew that's how you changed them. I'm so dumb. But thanks for watching. Thanks for understanding. Until next time, my name is Emily. Goodbye.